I am so fucking pissed, honestly, just seeing this shit all over my goddamn feed. It is fucking infuriating. It is, I just don't know. Holy fuck. Alright, so this has been splashed everywhere. The murder of Canon Hinant by this asshole, whose name I'm not going to mention, because frankly I don't give enough of a shit to remember it. This fucking piece of shit. So he walked up to a white kid, right? In front of his home, riding his bike innocently. Executed him, fucking point blank range. In 24 hours, he was shot. In 24 hours, he was arrested and charged. The entire right wing has gone fucking nuts over this. Matt Walsh has tweeted about it. The entire right wing has gotten the say his name hashtag trending. Ben Shapiro's posted articles on the Daily Wire about it. Every conservative is fucking talking about this because they are demanding that the fucking mainstream news media finally pick this story up because it flies in the face of their fucking narrative. What was the narrative? I guess the narrative is that no black person has ever murdered a white person ever. That's apparently the narrative this flies in the face of. Because, what the fuck? Why are we supposed to be focusing on this fucking shit at all? It's a fucking tragedy. I'm sorry to Canon Hinant's family. I'm sorry to anybody who's ever been murdered in their family. But this is not a special case, and it's not worthy of national attention at all. It's not worthy of national attention at all. Do you want to know why? Here's a fucking meme that really made me want to make this fucking video. I saw it. Where is this? Let's see. I screen capped this because I didn't want to share it any further, and it's already been shared. I didn't even bother to crop it, as you can see. National anthem versus national attention versus not gonna mention. What happened, media? You suddenly got so quiet. Yeah, why aren't you talking about Derek Chauvin versus this other dude? Why? Why? Because it flies in the face of the fucking narrative. No, it fucking doesn't. It doesn't fly in the face of any goddamn narrative at all. Derek Chauvin was given a murder 3 charge, which is basically the equivalent of of an accident for killing fucking Derek Chauvin, for killing George Floyd originally. And if it weren't for the national protests, that murder 3 charge would have never gotten an upgrade to a murder 2, which is where it should have been originally. It probably even should have been murder 1, but that's in the air, and I hope they continue with murder 2, because murder 1 would be harder to prove. It is insane. So, this dude, in 24 hours, got arrested. That's where the story should have ended. Because, well, does it matter at all? No. Does any of this really fucking attract any attention at all? Frankly, the reason why I suspect these people are fucking pushing this narrative that this should be a national news story is because they want to push the narrative that fucking if you're white, you're way more likely to be killed by a black person than the other way around, than a black person being killed by a white person. Which they spread that information with that flimsy fucking bar graph we've all seen, but as you should know, Reuters has shown that statistic is total bullshit. I mean, the information is true, but the conclusion they draw from is false. Because the numbers are actually pretty complicated, but the mathematicians they asked said that the number should be closer to saying if you're white in America, you have a 2 in a million chance of being murdered by a black person, versus if you're black in America, you have a 5% chance of being murdered by you have a 5 in a million chance of being murdered by a white person. So 2.5 times more likely to be murdered for being fucking black than you are for being white, by the opposite race. But what we have to constantly focus on is this fucking story, which just absolutely pissed me off. I pulled an article by the Daily Wire, which basically just compiles all these dumbass fucking tweets. Mainstream media outlets have yet to cover the brutal Sunday night execution of a 5-year-old North Carolina boy named Canon Hinant. Again, tragedy. It's tragic as fuck. I'm not gonna act like it's not. As the Daily Wire reported on Tuesday, Simmons, who is black, allegedly walked up to young Hinant, who is white, and shot him in the head at point-blank range in front of his sisters. Blah, blah, blah. None of these organizations have dared to cover it. Only Fox News bothered to waste their fucking time on this non-story. Let's be fucking clear. It's a non-goddamn story. It's not worth national attention. Do you know what kind of story is worth national attention? When a person like, Arben Arbery is fucking shot in the street in a fucking lynching. That's what it is. It's a goddamn lynching. And he doesn't even get, and the killers don't even get charged for 3 months until there's national fucking protests. You know what needs national attention? The killers of Breonna Taylor, who still are on the fucking streets, on the prowl, despite absolute fucking murdering and lying about the circumstances about Breonna Taylor's death. That's what's fucking infuriating to me. That's what requires national attention. That's what deserves it. Not this settled fucking case. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Reverse the races, and this is the only thing anyone talks about for a month. Bullshit. Bullshit. No. It's not what actually fucking happens. Bullshit. What, like, I would love to see the example that they would pull. Like, oh, just simple murder of a white guy killing a black guy just gets everywhere. No, they wouldn't, because it's actually way more fucking likely. There's less examples of it because the population differences make it a little more confusing. But yeah, like I said, Reuters asked mathematicians to look at the statistics, and and they came to the conclusion that you're 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by a white guy as a black person than the other way around. And fucking this shit is just, you know what this reminds me of? I mean, you know, I'm gonna save that point for later. But yeah, Matt Walsh made it go fucking viral. He plucked this fucking case out of nowhere and decided just to raise the racial tensions for a bit, and he got viral for it. 64,000 fucking likes, 40,000 retweets, and then everybody around it is pretty much co-opting this. It is a co-opted hashtag. This hashtag was used to say George Floyd's name, say Armin Aubrey's name, say Breonna Taylor's name, and now they're making it about this fucking case because they want to talk about this forever. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, James Woods. Thanks, retard. Yeah, you know what? If you ever agree with James Woods, even on accident, you should probably, like, at least deeply examine your beliefs. Yeah, Antonio, this retard. Jesse Kelly, this retard. The American media is putrid. No, you're fucking putrid. Fuck you. God damn it. Fuck me. Yesterday, a 5-year-old was riding his bike, blah, 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 blah. Say his name, can't hit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get it. Why does this require international fucking attention? Why do we need to drag attention away from the police protests for a case that is done and fucking settled? It's settled! You know what's fucking infuriating about this? Yeah, not only is it settled, but likely, and this is gonna be fucking, like, this is gonna trigger somebody, I bet, he's likely going to be overcharged for this. Because if you're black in America and you get charged with a crime, you get you're 20%, you're likely to have 20% higher sentencing and fiercer sentencings than a white equivalent. So if this was a white guy killing just a kid, or just like the opposite race kids, or just a different race kid, doesn't even have to be the opposite. If it's a white guy, he would get 20% less charges. That's true. So what the fuck? This person's gonna rot in fucking jail just fucking fine. But no, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough that he's instantly in jail. It's not enough that he's going to be overcharged. He's gonna get more than anybody else killing. No. They have to have international attention. Everyone has to admonish it. The BLM movements needs to be rioting in the fucking streets for this fucking non-story. I hate this shit. I hate when they weaponize this shit. I really do, because now, like, because, you know, these motherfuckers, they don't give a shit about this fucking kid. They don't give a shit about this kid's fucking family. I know this, because I remember when they did the same shit with the Molly Tibbetts case. Remember fucking Molly Tibbetts, when a fucking immigrant came over and fucking killed, you know, unfortunately, very, very tragic story, unfortunately came over, and I think raped and killed a girl named Molly Tibbetts. Here's the thing about Molly Tibbetts. Molly Tibbetts was a fucking progressive. She was a progressive. She was progressive in immigration, especially. They didn't give a shit what Molly Tibbetts believed throughout her entire fucking life, what she advocated for. They didn't give a shit about any of that. No, they decided to they just wanted to use her story as an example of a bludgeoning fucking tool against the fucking brown people. That's the exact same thing they're doing here. They didn't give a shit about the fucking data that showed that immigrants were less likely to be violent. They didn't give a shit about Molly's own beliefs. They didn't give a shit what her fucking family wanted. They just wanted a bludgeoning tool, and that's all you are. That's all fucking canon is to these people, and I'm so fucking tired of seeing this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. I hate this shit, honestly. It fucking infuriates me, because they can't point to any data. You know, no, look. Here's what I want to add. If you're protesting something, usually when you protest something, it's because you want to change something, you know? You want to change something. You rarely see people in the fucking streets chanting, "Keep everything the same! Keep everything the same! We are all happy!" But that's what these people are fucking doing, because they don't want to change a single goddamn thing. The only thing they want changed is to get their goddamn brownie points. These motherfuckers accuse anybody of fucking, of virtue signaling, when they're doing exactly that. That's all this is. That's all this is. And it's infuriating, because I've seen people that I actually like in my feed sharing this shit around like it's just a hot shit, like they're the first one breaking the goddamn story. Why the fuck am I surrounded by fucking retards who take any of this shit seriously? No, this is just an excuse not to like delegitimize the BLM movement. That's all this is, and I just want to get that out of my fucking chest. I'm so fucking tired of seeing this. Jesus fucking Christ. I have a big video planned for the future. Please subscribe and like if you like this. I'm just infuriated, honestly. Bye.